Hello, I'm Temporary Chief Inspector Rob Bosson. I currently work for Northern Area Command Northumbria Police under harm reduction. So the reason I'm doing this video is we're looking to raise awareness for Safe Week, which is between the 23rd and the 30th of September. And Safe Week is an opportunity for the community, the police and the local authority to work together to highlight some key areas which we think are our ability to keep the community safe. So Safe Week this year is focusing on scams. What I would say is, if you feel like potentially that you've in a position where you've been scammed or someone's approaching you and it doesn't feel comfortable, don't be afraid to call the police. Don't be afraid to get in touch with us. Don't be afraid to actually challenge that person, turn them away from your door, hang up the phone, don't interact with them over the internet. That could be potentially a scam. And if you get to that point where you feel uncomfortable and you're feeling like something's not right, then it probably isn't. Only let people in if you're expecting someone at the door and you know them, you trust them. You might get professionals at your door. Don't be afraid to ask for credentials. Don't be afraid to ask for ID. If you feel like you've been a victim or you feel like you're becoming a victim of a scam, call the police. Let us know. You've also got Action Fraud, potentially, that you can contact in relation to similar circumstances. So check people's credentials. Don't feel pressured. Get some advice. Speak to family. Speak to a friend. Call the police. We will give you advice in relation to that. Don't share your PIN with anybody. Keep your private details safe. Keep them in a safe place. I know some people keep them on their phones or written down somewhere, but put them in a safe place where people don't know where they are, and don't share that information with anybody at any point. No company is going to ask you for personal details in relation to PIN numbers or anything of that nature. They just won't do it. It's not in the professional conduct. During Safe Week, we generally highlight key areas with purple. You may see some local authority activity in relation to stalls and opportunities to speak to local professionals. There'll also be some youth conferences going on, and like I say, key landmarks marked as purple, but that is to highlight Safe Week, and again, for our purposes, to highlight the issues around scams and what to do if you feel like you've been put in that position. Have a rule of thumb that if you don't know who the person is, you can't trust that person, and they can't give you credible credentials, don't let them into your house. I'd also maybe reach out as well to people who know people that are potentially vulnerable. If you've got parents that are vulnerable, if you've got people in the community that you know are, or you would think are vulnerable in relation to this sort of circumstance, go and have a conversation with them. Go and put some things in place that allows them to be confident not to let people in their address, to be confident not to talk to people that they don't know who they are and trust, not to give things to people that they don't know and trust. And I think that's really important. It's really important that we look after our communities and look after those people in the community that you think are potentially vulnerable. And I think we've all got a duty to do that, the police, the local authority and the community.